What's good, everybody? Back once again, and here for some of that dolphin talk. Now, so one, I really want to say that I'm sort of happy to see Tua have a little bite back into his conversation the other day. Ryan Clark, apparently has some words for Tua, and Tua like, yo, you would come see me about it. I was like, I got a family that's ready to scrap. You know how us Samoans do, which I thought it was funny that he would basically put the whole like Samoan nation like up and ready to go. So I'm over here. I'm like, man, okay, so we about to see The Rock and Roman and I was like Manti Te'o and I was like the everybody out here to whoop Ryan Clark's ass. And I like to see it inside of a hell in a cell. But nah, seriously. Also too, I was like, the mug got the whole sleeve now. I was like, I'm always enamored when I see like, mainly it happens in like the NBA, but when people, when they're like all clean and all, buck naked, on their skin, and then about like, when they're still like young or whatever like that, and it's like it's almost like golly gee, like how they sort of seem. Then all of a sudden, after about like 5 years, next thing you know, it's like almost like they have like a mid like crisis, and they just like get tatted up. They start, like, I'm doing everything my parents said I couldn't do. That's how I feel when I just see people get tatted up after like, like by the time they 27, 28. I was like, I ain't got nothing. I was like, so I was like, who am I to talk? I was like, come up here next time, all tatted up, being like I'm rebellion against the man. But this man is Ryan Clark. But Ryan Clark came out and he apologized and backtracked or whatever, said it was a joke, it didn't come off as a joke, blah blah. Until I was like, but then it was sort of weird where he sort of was like, he's like, yeah, but what you gonna do if I keep on saying something? Don't. I was like, I know violence. You want to try me and my violence versus you and your violence? I was like, that was sort of weird. He had it in like his apology sandwich, where he like, I apologize. Come see me about it. My bad. I was like, that's sort of a weird transition because it's sort of like how like people be like, I'm sorry that you're offended. I didn't mean it to be that way, but you should suck it up. That's how I sort of felt like like how he was saying that. But no, I was like before the apology, I was like Tua's to the ground, like basically like he with the whole Will Smith like keep my name out your mouth kind of thing. But I like a little bit of feistiness, or whatever. Like, I was like, and I, that a little bit, I feel like not cliche, but basically, like how everybody be like, yeah, it's about like I want to see some fight in you. I want to see that dog in you. When I'm like, he's on the football field all the time. I like this man getting hit constantly. He getting beat up repeatedly. I was like, unfortunately, a lot. So there ain't really nothing I feel like he got to himself, his team, that kind of thing. He got to prove to them, and got to stay on the field. He ain't got to really prove nothing to us. But you are but I was like, I still think that we sort of see him as like the young quarterback from Alabama, and like I said, like especially that he got like the tats on him and stuff. It's kind of like, oh, okay. Okay. I see you over here. I'm like, next thing you know, midway through the season, he gonna have one bigger than this, and it'll be like, oh, he really coming out here this year. But to the defense of Ryan Clark, it's what I think sort of sucks is the fact that I'm like, it like I guess taking at the heart, because me, I was like, I mean, it was wild, but it's funny. I thought it was funny. Um, I don't. I mean, of course, I'm not the one being talked about, of course. So it's like I don't have a problem with it. But I'm always somebody that's like here for some jokes. I'm here to laugh. So I'm over here cool with something in between the actual football analysis type of stuff. God, at the end of the day, they gotta entertain. They gotta give as they give us the X and O's and they like that's my former coach, that's my former coach, this is my teammate, this is my teammate. They'll figure out a way to do all this stuff. They gotta sort of like give us something. Especially everybody doing like, they're talking about like the people of like that don't know nothing versus the people who did it. I was like, he's the one that did it, so therefore you would think that I'd get a little bit more leeway, but no, I was like, not at all. But it is what it is. Media person over here saying something, athlete being mad about it, but then I was like, but one's on TV compared to like a journalist that's you could like that's writing like an article that you're gonna see come ask you questions, and I feel like I would take that person more. Where I'm like, you come see me and talk to me constantly a lot more than the person on TV that I'm like, he's right there having to do a conversation that's gonna be about 8 minutes, whatever, But once again, that's me sitting in this seat versus Tua, who actually got to go out there and play. I'm just saying that, I was like, he got heat. Maybe, maybe that jujitsu, maybe that give him some courage juice. Maybe he over here being like, look, Ryan, only thing I know you could do is come over that middle, but I tell you what I could do, roundhouse, roundhouse. That's what he got for you. I was like, maybe he been over here popping in some tapes. I was like, he got his breathing mechanics right. I was like, he know how to, me over here just being like, I was like, I'll watch that fight. Maybe, Tua over here get his body, very limber. So, he able to do that like that back where, he's going to be Matrix comeback ready for him. I don't know, maybe he ready, maybe, him and all his Simone people, they got like their own secret technique other than whoop your ass out there ready because, Ryan sounds like he got it, but I mean, Samoans, I was like, somehow they like 285 and run a 4-4. And I'm like, I don't know where they do that at. What are y'all eating out there? It's really good and nutritious, and it's an elixir or some sort. But anyway, Tua, keep on your thing, whatever that is. We'll see how that season go. Ryan Clark, I was like, look, you in the sports entertainment business, nobody wants dry and boring. So hey, I was like, I guess maybe next time find a ratio, being like, what is a laugh or not? Figure out your jokes. Anyway, you liked anything I had to say here today? Appreciate it. Thanks. Talk to me, like, subscribe. I mean, I guess. But if not, hey, maybe next time. But until then, peace. I'm out.